A pleasure it is to have you back here in Canada. I know
אני יודע שהנשים שלנו מבלות ביחד היום.
we've had and the discussions we're going to have, been spending a little bit of time with you, and I'm delighted you're able to spend some quality time with us here in Canada on this occasion.
Thank you for giving us that time.
Absolutely. In our meetings today, Prime Minister Netanyahu and I discussed economic priorities, including negotiations on expanding and modernizing our free trade agreement and increased cooperation in science and technology. We also discussed security issues of global concern. As we all know, this is an especially challenging time in the Middle East. Canada will keep working with our international partners to bring pressure to bear on the Assad regime in Syria to stop killing its own people and to step down immediately. We will keep working with the international community to pressure the Iranian regime to abandon its nuclear weapons program, to immediately allow international inspectors of all its nuclear sites, and to comply with United Nations Security Council resolutions. And of course, we will continue to uphold Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state in peace and security. Canada will continue to do our part to help achieve a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace in the region. So once again, it's great to welcome you here, Prime Minister, and I look forward to your comments.
Thank you. Prime Minister Harper and I had a very good discussion, and I look forward to continuing that conversation with him and with members of his government. We have a lot to talk about. We are cooperating in unprecedented ways in technology and the economy. I'd like to see even greater investments, even greater trade, both directions. We have a lot to talk about on the environment, on energy. In all fields, there is a natural affinity and a natural kinship. So I welcome this warm hospitality, this warm reception, and I'm very grateful to you, to your wife, who's receiving my wife, and to your government, and the people of Canada. A good part of our conversation focused on the turbulence in the Middle East, and indeed, Prime Minister Harper spoke about the slaughter that is taking place now in Syria, and the fact that this is something that all nations, certainly all decent nations, should condemn and speak out against. It is a terrible tragedy that is being developing day by day. There is much other turbulence in our area, and things have yet to settle, and it's not clear when they will settle. But perhaps the most troubling development in a sea of troubles is the relentless Iranian pursuit of arming themselves with nuclear weapons. We spoke a lot about a nuclear Iran and why it must be prevented. And we also discussed the possibility of renewed talks with Iran. See, right now Iran is feeling the pressure from the economic sanctions. And it could try to evade that pressure by entering talks. And I want to assure all of you that everyone would like to see a peaceful solution where Iran abandons its nuclear program. But Iran could do the very opposite. In fact, it's done the very opposite. It could do again what it's done before. It could pursue or exploit the talks, as they've done in the past, to deceive and to delay so that they can continue to advance their nuclear program and get to the nuclear finish line by running up the clock, so to speak. And I think the international community should not fall into this trap. I think the demands on Iran should be clear. Dismantle the underground nuclear facility in Qom, stop enrichment inside Iran, and get all the enriched material out of Iran. And when I say all the material, I mean all the material, from 3.5% up. I think that anything short of that would enable Iran, in fact, to continue its nuclear program by other means, which is more or less, not more or less, is exactly what they've done up to now. Prime Minister Harper, I have very warm feelings that I carry not only from myself and my delegation, but also from the people of Israel. Perhaps when we speak about the difficulties in our area, the troubles that we all face, it is particularly encouraging to come to Canada and later on to the United States and know that I stand among friends who share the same values and the same goals. You are such a friend, and I thank you for inviting me to Canada. I look forward to our conversations.
Thanks, Prime Minister.
תודה רבה.